Alright, howdy y'all. Sorry I didn't upload anything yesterday. Yay, waving. I was gonna make a video of me playing some various Doom mods and new Doom, but my Doom 2016 refused to work for the longest time, and I finally got it working yesterday. So I got kind of stoked and ended up playing Doom. I do still intend on making that video, but as a means of social networking, I also made a Second Life account. That program I mentioned the other day, and I made copper in Second Life. So this is a thing now. Thing I like about Second Life is, okay, I had to spend real life money on this particular body shape and clothing, but in Second Life you can literally make and do anything you can think of if you're creative enough. Those gems on the back of her head, which is supposed to be like her hair, I kind of did that myself. I searched the marketplace and found them and just stuck them to her head. They were a lot bigger and had weird particles, but I did that. Those horns are not part of this body. I did that. But yeah, so again, I'm not going to be as, yeah, and I guess Morning Star is her last name for the time being, because the wife liked that. And this is an actual kobold body in Second Life. There's quite a few mods for it to make it look like other things, but I decided to go with the traditional kobold. You can change the tail, you can change the way the mouth looks. I decided the tongue sticking out would be cool. I had to get a mod or something for if when I start typing the mouth moves. That's not a actual thing for this, but you can get the stuff to do it. And that's why, like, there's all sorts of, and I think my mouse is dying too, it's getting old. If you, come on, there we go. If you have the patience and the wherewithal, you can literally create almost anything. Like everything you see in this world, those trees, that octopus, that grass. Luckily I'm in a relatively, that tree house, everything here is relatively safe, which is why I decide to come here most of the time. I have next to zero building skills, but you know, if you look at all of these features and functions over here, like you can change, you can change like any feature of these blocks you create. And there's actually a way outside of Second Life, if you have various other applications like Blender or the other ones. There's other programs you can use to make like the clothing and stuff, because there's some I don't have any other bodies to show you right now here. Let me see if I can. Alright, here we go. Here, let's go with Kurt Cobain. And these are all like the default. And a lot of the default avatars are pretty not good looking. Oh yeah, that's really bad. What am I wearing that's making that look like that? Take off. Wow, is that really just not that good? But yeah, I think it's just not that good. There's literally unlimited potential if you've got the skill and wear. Yeah, I think I'm just not allowed to wear default bodies like that. But there's, and even just the size of this world, there's thousands and thousands of, oh, my crystals are messed up. There's like thousands and thousands of different, the different maps are called sims, and there's like clubs and bars and adventure maps and fantasy realms and giant malls and just literally anything you can think of. I think I one time looked up, what is only one of my spikes spawn in? I literally looked up like Bar Harbor, Maine, and somebody had actually done their darndest to recreate what? Somebody had done their darndest to recreate Bar Harbor, Maine. And it was a pretty, there we go. Yeah, but see, only half of my gems are there. Where's the other one? So okay, there we go. It takes a lot of getting used to because it's slow and methodical, and you actually have to like figure stuff out and look stuff up. But literally everything you see in this world, somebody made. Like, somebody built this. Somebody designed and built all of this. I mean, I can't really go around and show you some places because just like if somebody can design it, somebody can build it. There's some places that have been built that are very, very adult in nature. Like, I'm reluctant to even go check out that person standing over there because heavens only knows. But what I'm in right now is called a sandbox. And sandboxes are the place where most of the items you receive are basically in like a box or a bag, or you can't just spawn an item, which is render it into the world. You can't just render items anywhere you want because that would lead to just mass confusion and people doing inappropriate things. So you have to come to places like sandboxes. This is a relatively small and quiet sandbox, which is why I come here. Because I know... Oh wait, yeah, and I'm not getting any closer to them. Sandboxes are where you come to render things. I've got a couple accounts in Second Life. I don't come in here near as much as I used to. But to broaden my social networking for Copper and me and the wife's website, I decided to try to make Copper in Second Life. And what was that other outfit? I kind of think I did okay. If any of y'all remember that one screenshot or the image I uploaded of her character sheet, that looks pretty adventure-y. That's a kobold. She's copper colored. She got the backpack and the pick and the shovel and all that jazz. There's quite a few cool places once you get the hang of it. There's quite a few not cool places that you'll stumble upon. I don't know if I'll make many actual videos of me playing Second Life, because this is more of a social networking hub than it is an actual game to play. I'm really reluctant to even leave right here. And not even just for adult content, but just like people. Think of like the people in Facebook or something that are just like complete and total trolls for the sake of being complete and total trolls. That is a thing that will happen here quite a bit if you stumble into a place that doesn't have the lockdown on that sort of thing. So, yep. If any of y'all are watching this and you happen to see Copper wandering around in Second Life and you also are in Second Life, go ahead and say hi. She's friendly enough. She promises not to hit you with the shovel or the pickaxe. Maybe the frying pan. But, hey, no guarantees. I'm going to try to do that Doom video within the next day or two. Because, the boy mentioned it the other day, and I kind of want to do it. I have the original Doom, which I should probably look up to see its release date, but it's at least 20 years old. It's an older game. It was at one point installed on more computers. It was installed on more PCs than Windows operating system. And I think this was even prior to Apple. And PCs use Windows to operate. So this game was on more computers than operating systems were. So it's a pretty relevant game. I just yesterday managed to get Doom 2016, which is like 3 years old. There's a new Doom coming out. It might have already come out. My series of potatoes and lemons and calculators duct taped together couldn't hope of running it. But 2016, for some reason, refused to work on my computer. I yesterday managed to figure out how to get it working. There was one particular level that would never load. When it would load, there was one spot that would always crash. But the haha with me and the boy is, yay, she's skipping. The one haha with me and the boy was so I owned the oldest Doom and the newest Doom. I also have quite a few mods. They're called WODs, but I have quite a few mods for the original Doom. Some of them are extreme, some of them are silly, some of them are goofy, some of them are just absurd. I downloaded a particular mod just to see how bad it was. And now, mind you, this is a modification of a 20-year-old, at least 20-year-old game. I finally figured out how to run 2016, and I think it might have been a update or program issue or something on my part, because I've heard of weaker computers running 2016. This particular mod for the original Doom, and this mod, as I remember, came out not too long after the original Doom. So this mod is at the oldest 15 years old. I can run 2016 now. I have some pretty graphics and hardware intense games that will run. This one particular mod for Doom, and if I were to say nuts, anyone that knows about Doom, you literally need a supercomputer to run this mod. It's on the original engine, so a game that is at least half as old as most of you. I downloaded it, and when I make the video, it will more than likely crash your computer. It's just utterly ridiculous. This thing, I can't really explain it too much before I start making the video, because I don't want to ruin it, because it's sort of a surprise. But, and I'm not too good at explaining frame rates, but you'll see when I play the game that these graphics right here, hey, these are quite a bit nicer than the Minecraft stuff. I mean, like, look at that. That's an actual, that camera. Okay, that's an actual kobold. Whereas the things in Minecraft are all like blocky. And you'll see, when I play original Doom, you're going to be like, wow, those graphics are atrocious. That makes Super Mario Bros. 1 look like pretty detailed stuff. And then when I show you Doom 2016, you're going to be like, oh, that's some pretty intense graphics there. Nuts, whilst running on original Doom, my frame rate drops to like 1 frame every 5 seconds before I even do anything. The moment I fire my gun the very first time, it just stops. The frame rate becomes 0. So look forward to that when I get around to doing it. I'm going to have to figure out video editing to be able to do that, because the concept of playing 3 different games in the course of one video is not going to work with my current format. which means I'm going to have to figure out how to edit, which is a whole nother thing. Somebody had sent me a message. It's just emojis. So yeah, I made Copper in Second Life as a means of social networking. I need to figure out editing, which is also going to be trash for a while. I am kind of pleased with her gemstone hair. But yeah, so that's that. I keep seriously threatening 2 videos a day and I haven't gotten around to it. Please make sure to like and subscribe, because I need to start saying that, because the growth of the channel would really help me, because real life stuff. But here we go. Oh wait, I can't wave with my... There's so much in this game. It's not a game. There's so much in Second Life that... There we go. Wave. And then just to... Was it this one? Just to sign out doing something... Here we go. I'll dance. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. I don't know enough of that song, but yep, there's so many things you can do. You got dances, you got crazy amounts of modifications and things you can change. I just love the dancers. I don't even know what Rave for You looks like. What does this look like? Most of these dances look the same. I'm not really pleased with this dancer. There we go. Alright, that'll work. Y'all have a good day. I'm gonna go ahead and see how this turns out. I'm gonna make myself figure out editing and hopefully upload that Doom video tomorrow. If not that, something else. I feel bad when I skip a day, but I'll figure it all out. Love y'all. Have a good evening or morning or whatever time it is, and peace.